Hello everyone and welcome to another video on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about a very important item, an item that is so important that if you're not running this on 2 of 5 characters in the game, you're effectively griefing. It's like I'm telling you guys right now, all sincerity, you need to run this item. You need to stop trolling lobbies if you don't, and you need to think about why it's so good. So what's the item in question? It's EXP share. Now okay, because I believe in upfronting the knowledge, I'm going to go and tell you a little bit about what the video is going to talk about and why we have our favorite map belt. So once again, this video is going to be talking about EXP share and why it's so powerful. I'm going to show you how it works, why it works, and why it actually makes such a huge impact in every game, and then why you need to take it every game. Make sure you have 2 of 5 players on the team running it. So okay, if that's what you're interested in, if you're interested in EXP share, of course, get yourself a drink, enjoy yourself, and stay for the moment. And if you don't, that's okay, cool. Leave a like, sub, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to see instead for your channel. Alright, let's get right into it. The glorious item, EXP share. Okay, we can't increase the map size that way, but we can look at this item. So why is this item so good, Suluwu? Okay, this item is the only item in the game that passively grants XP. So I'm going to write it down here. So it gives you XP, and it shares XP. So if you are, well, we're going to clear this again. If you are below every other level in the team, you get 4 XP per second, which doesn't seem like a lot, especially if you've seen the XP scalings, but it's actually a great deal. It means a lot, right? So that's one thing. You're getting passive experience. You have passive in-game experience, but it's nowhere near. And combined with this, it's very strong. The passive in-game experience is like 8 per second. So it's like 30% more experience. Okay. So now that we know that you're literally getting a free 33% experience per second, all right, okay, what's the next part, Sulu? If you were around, and I guess I'm going to bring this to show my point. If you were within an Eldegoss's order range of any minion being taken down, let's bring Boltoy, because I love Boltoys. If you were within this pad distance, and maybe this area here, in any direction, you're going to be able to get 50% of the experience. That's a huge deal. And this matters a lot, because when you walk into this bloody lane and you secure nothing, you're still going to get levels because of the past experience. But more importantly, when you're winning, your laner is going to get 100% of the experience. So a common example is you play something like a Hoopa and let's just say a strong top lane like Blastoise. And Hoopa and Blastoise walk in, they get this, they get this, they get this. They come back and they get this because they're low health from here, right? And by this time, Blastoise should be level 5 because Blastoise is getting 100% of this experience. Whereas if it wasn't, he'd only be getting 50 in case of the Hoopa's standing. Now, if you don't know about where people are standing or how to get the experience, it's within an Eldegoss's order range. A good example is the size of this Eldegoss, maybe about from there to there. That's going to be the XP range for any character. So if you go into this, you're going to actually hit level 5 in the lanes, and that means a great deal of difference for how much impact you're going to actually have in the game. Because you hit level 5 in the lanes, and it means the jungler is going to come in and be like, wow, okay, you're the same level as me. And the enemy team is going to be behind. If you win this hard without XP share, you are effectively gutting your team in the knees. It's kneecapping your teammates. You need, if you're running support or tank in a game, you need to run XP share. I'm tired of it. There's no excuses. There's no oh, I didn't know. You need to know this, and that's why I'm making the video. Because I've seen it way too often. Players playing something I got a request actually for this. Players playing Sableye with no XP share. I want you to think about how useful Sableye is. It's a backcapping, scoring minion that sort of it doesn't really need the farm from the enemies. It just collects the orbs and scores, right? So this character effectively gets 0 levels and does nothing for the team when it doesn't have XP share. Get XP share, help your team farm a bit, and then go and score. XP, it's not hurting anyone. It gives you movement speed as well. It is a great bloody item. You need to start taking it. Now, of course, who shouldn't you take XP share on? I guess this is pretty easy to say. Don't take XP share on characters that are carries. Don't take XP share if you need to hit level 14. Primarily, never take XP share on jungler. If you're going through the central area, I'm going to go gank a lane before Aben is 50. That means you're a jungler, never take XP share on those characters. If you're in the lanes, that's an open question. Take XP share if you're a defender. Take XP share if you're a support. Take XP share if you're not going to take the majority of the farm and lane. This is it starts the game good. I've mentioned a few videos. This is about adapting to the game in a probable way. You do your draft, and then you make your in-game adjustments because of the items and whatnot, and then you play the game like as is. Don't go in the game without the XP share. It's just gonna hurt everyone. Trust me, XP share makes that boatload of difference in every game. So, as I said, it means the difference to the world, because later in the game, you can actually farm, and like this is another mistake I see of XP share players. Sometimes they just do absolutely nothing. They run back into the lane, die over and over and over again. And we made a video about dying. We know it's bad. I hope we all concur it's bad. But what we also need to do is, if you're doing XP share, stand within the 50% range to get these minions. Get the Audinas in the lane. Get the Audinas over here, you know? Go help with the jungle boss if you have time. Don't steal it, but help with them. This is all able to give your teammates more experience. The more time you spend alone, it's less efficient. So try to think, okay, if I help them clear, it's going to be faster. Don't help them do too much. You know, make sure you do it in downtime. But if you do it in downtime, it's very effective. You speed up everyone's clear. You're doubling the experience in your team. It's all around smarter. And being smarter is how you win Pokemon Unite. Don't work harder, work smarter. That's a big principle I have here. You know, it's the same thing with jungle clears. Don't work harder. Don't force yourself to go back. Work smarter. Clear them on time. Be there on time. Play around the map off it. And it all stems back to this XP share fault. If you're a supporter and a tank and you're not running this, you have to ask yourself the question, why weren't you running it? And why, like, whatever item you have is not going to make a difference. I guess this is the biggest thing that I hear. Oh, but the third item makes it. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make a difference. Drop the argument, drop the point. It does not make a difference. The third item that you were going to take over XP share is honestly worth jack. It doesn't, like, just don't take it. It is better to run XP share. It is more efficient to run XP share. You need to run XP share. I know this video probably felt like a rant so far, but it really is that. You need to run XP share, like, especially if you're a defender or a support. Like if you're going into the lanes, you need to get your teammates ahead. Like, if you're wondering why you're losing after winning the lane, it's XP share. If you're wondering why they're higher level than you after you farmed everything in the lane, it's XP share. XP share creates unfair advantages for those players who have it. Make sure you yourself are taking advantage of this broken item in the game. Now, I personally think that it needs to be tuned to some way, because it's extremely unfair how some teams will get XP shares and then some others won't. And like, then it becomes very hard. And I guess that's something that if Unite became more popular, role queue, and having us pre-selected, I think it's fine to have a pre-selected XP share on a tank and a support. Because otherwise, like, I mean, like, look, there's no minions to farm or anything. Like, there's no XP we can cut in half. It has to be like that. It has to be like that. So yeah, XP share, essential item. Now, I'm going to talk a bit about how you can make some good rotations with Sableye on XP share. I know I'm using Sableye. So you start the game, and let's just say you want to invade a Sableye. The enemy team is going to be expecting this invade, so you just run in here. Ooh, X-speeded it out. Like, remember, now that you have XP share, you gain ticking experience, and ticking experience based off what level you are on the team. So, what should your goal be here? Your goal should always be to stall out the enemy. You don't need to get the buff or kill them or anything. You just need to make them waste as much time, you know, like hiding around here. You can hide around into this area as well. Just don't actually reveal yourself for too long. All you need to do is like spread yourself thin, annoy the enemy, and then you are actually stalling them, so their XP share becomes a little bit of a negative on their side. Because remember, this passive of XP share, it turns off after you are not the lowest level. So I want you all to think, look, Sableye, it is the lowest level. It is going, you're seeing all the benefits. It gives you extra movement speed. Just please do it. And you're going to be able to actually play the game intelligently. Like, for example, so we Sableye invade for here. We see the enemy jungler. We poke them down a bit. Then we disengage. You know, full disengage. Maybe run over here. Maybe hit a little bit of this blue buff. I don't know. Have fun. Roam around. And then you come back and you see what they're doing. All this time, you're generating experience for your team. Actually getting people ahead. Actually getting the game going. And you're also disturbing the enemy team. When the enemy team comes to bite and bait, it's quite easy. You have your two exits. You can even exit this way if you're really clever. If you're really clever, you can exit this way. There's a thin line here where they can't see. Very, very thin line. It, like, as I said, it can be very good. Please, run XP share. Alright, that's pretty much the video, guys. As you can probably tell, I'm feeling a little bit unwell. Like, this is the reason it didn't come out yesterday. You just need to take a nap. So I'm really appreciative that all of you have been here with me and are enjoying my current videos. So leave a like, sub, and comment, what you liked about this guide. And, are you going to run XP Share now if you weren't already? Okay, cheers, guys. Have a good one.